Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Today is more of a relaxed and chill day. I want to talk to you guys about something that's been weighing on my mind, and that is how social media has changed the way we produce and consume art. Now, I know there's duality to everything and how there's so much good social media has done for artists, but on the other hand, there is a lot of negative things too which can affect our mental health. Basically, what I want out of this conversation is to instill some self-awareness in you. I want you to really think about if you're actually creating the art you want to, and I want you to reflect on why you're on this journey to become an artist in the first place. Does it come from a sincere space, or are you trying to gain validation? Is it for ego-based reasons, or does it contribute to a larger goal? Just know that there are no wrong reasons for creating art as long as it comes from your authentic self. So, with that being said, let's dive in. Feel free to draw along with me if you'd like. Let's start with the good. The internet is a gift. Without it, millions of artists wouldn't have such a global reach, and we probably wouldn't even know about our favorite artists. With the internet, it's so much easier to network and make other art friends. And because the internet is so accessible, anyone can become an artist. There is an abundance of resources online to learn from that our ancestors would never believe. You can even make a full-time living being an artist online. There's no middleman, just you, if you put in the work. There's freelancing, commissions, starting your own shop, becoming an online instructor, being an influencer, streamer, webtoon artist, YouTuber, whatever. The possibilities are endless. But on the other hand, let's be real, these algorithms got everyone messed up in the head. There's so much golden opportunities on the internet, but we're all controlled by the algorithm to some degree. Let's take Instagram for example. You have to post very consistently in order to gain traffic and keep up your engagement. And if you don't, the algorithm punishes you for not being consistent. I witnessed this firsthand. So in order to appease the algorithm gods, we have some artists who literally sacrifice their style to something more simple and time efficient just to be able to post to Instagram on time. And then, on the other hand, we have artists who don't produce as much and feel the need to apologize for being inactive. I get it. The internet never sleeps. But in reality, we're humans. No one should have to apologize for being gone or taking a break, or even have to feel the need to post just to make sure they aren't forgotten. And no one should have to give up their artistic integrity just to grow on social media. Here's a little story. There was this period in my online art journey where I just wanted to increase my following because I thought you needed like thousands of followers to be air quote successful online. More about that later. But I was a little afraid because I hadn't posted in a while, and like I said, you gotta pump out that art to stay relevant, right? So I thought, what should I draw to post to Tumblr? What should I draw to post to Instagram? It was always what should I create in order to benefit or fit into said platform. It was like I lost my artistic voice. I was constantly thinking of creating just for the sake of creating for social media, instead of creating or trying to tell a story that reflects my true artistic vision. And I know a lot of artists that are in the same mindset, because I think subconsciously we're afraid that our voice or our art isn't good enough based off our own personal doubts, skewed metrics, or confirmation biases based on likes and follows. So the mindset shifts from what do I want to draw to what should I draw for said platform. At least that's how I feel it has worked for me in the past. On Tumblr, 2014, when Tumblr was still relevant, I had this artwork go viral and I loved the feeling so much. I felt all validated and stuff. I gained all these new followers. And then I panicked. Something in my mind changed. I thought, oh god, I have to create more work like this. This is what the people are following me for. I equated all those likes and follows for what I should be posting. I believed that kind of art was acceptable or appreciated the most on Tumblr, so I fell into the rabbit hole of drawing similar pictures from that series, and they didn't do so well. And most importantly, I didn't enjoy making them that much. So you can only imagine how terrible I felt. We all know logically that numbers don't mean anything, but humans are both logical and emotional. Likes and followers feels like everything. It doesn't feel good to have 2 likes on a picture you spent a week on, because in our little monkey brains, we equate likes to validation. If you're not mentally strong or confident in yourself, your art, and your goals, number metrics will destroy you. I'll be honest, I sometimes slip into this mindset, especially when it comes to creating content for YouTube. I'm like, what should I draw for YouTube today? It's not a bad mindset to have, but when it's the only one you got, you're in trouble. I was thinking about drawing a picture of some generic, cute anime girl for today's videos, but I decided to finish a sketch I drew at the beginning of this year, and it just feels so much more meaningful. When I'm art blocking, this mindset of drawing for social media is so much easier to tap into. I'm really focusing on this year to discovering my voice again, because I hate the idea of always drawing just for social media all the time. Another point relating to the algorithm is trends, especially on Twitter. There's nothing wrong with doing trends, but you know what's wrong? Feeling like it's the only way you can get your art some decent exposure, or slaving all night to finish your piece, but you work too slow, so by the time you post it to Twitter, the trend is kind of over, and the piece performs kind of alright. Better than your average, but all you get is some likes, no new followers, no comments, just a little boop on the heart button. Or the opposite. You rush, you post it on time, and it still doesn't perform as good as you want it to. Now you just look stupid because you're upset and you gave yourself carpal tunnel just to get some clout. And that's how you know if you're doing it for clout or not, because of how you feel about the end result. This didn't actually happen to me, but I know it's happened to someone. This, again, goes back to sacrificing artistic integrity just to be, air quotes, relevant. Again, trends are cool, trends are fun, just make sure when you're participating in them that they come from a healthy place. Though I guess something like this did happen to me in my early days of YouTube. I was trying to figure out a channel direction. This was back when the Drawing Upside Down challenge was hot, it was poppin'. I decided to capitalize on it to get my channel some views. But when the video came out, it did poorly, it was cringy, and I felt a little dumb about it because basically I exposed myself that I wanted some good old clout. I deleted it, by the way, so don't even waste your time trying to find it. I can talk about this forever, but maybe in another video. But let's talk about the consumption of art for a little bit. This includes normies and artists. The internet is a gigantic place with tons of stimulation everywhere you look. There's art everywhere. There's no way that when you're scrolling through Instagram, we're taking the time to appreciate the hours, days, or weeks the artist puts in. Half of the time we're mindlessly scrolling, we see something that piques our interest, and we go, oh, that's cute, like it, and move on, all within like 5 seconds. And then that image disappears from our life into the depths of our subconscious mind, never to see the light of day again. Depressing, isn't it? It's too fast. We consume art way too fast and way too much of it. I saw someone make a similar statement on Twitter, and someone commented, yeah, but people don't look at art for that long in museums either. Bravo! He just compared a museum to Twitter, the most agitating platform on the internet. Sure, people may not look at art for that long in museums, but their experience isn't tainted by trying to get that extra dopamine by reading comments or rapidly scrolling through art after art after art and drama in between. Museums have a sacred space for art and nothing else. I don't want to sound like an old person, but I miss when the internet was much simpler. The days of DeviantArt where you wouldn't feel that bad about the art you created. You could connect peacefully with like-minded individuals and see art from artists you actually want to see. No, DeviantArt wasn't perfect, and it could be spammy at sometimes, especially if you joined groups. Getting favorites was still both demoralizing and addicting, but it was a place for art and artists. You didn't have to worry about becoming a machine and producing at the speed the algorithm wanted you to. I'm just glad that there are a lot of artists that feel the same way, and they're expressing it too. And I know there are a few art apps that launched in the recent months. I just hope they stay around for long. Artists need a space to exist, separate from all the BS. It must be so hard for young artists being born into these algorithms, There's no way these likes, comments, or whatever isn't affecting their mentality or even discouraging them to draw in the first place. If you're young and if you're an artist, I would like to hear your story. Just know that likes don't define your artwork. Half the time these people are just scrolling and liking rapidly. You want to connect with people who actually take the time to see your art and are curious about it. Just keep creating and developing your artistic voice. I feel like people don't appreciate art that much these days, myself included. But I'm working on changing that. I know all the hard work, pressures, and mental traumas that comes with creating art. It wouldn't hurt to leave an artist a comment about how much you like their work. These days, I find comments to be way more rewarding than just some random numbers of likes, you know? Liking is easy. Commenting takes a little bit of work. Anyway, I think I rambled on for too long. Did you guys enjoy this type of talk? I might do more in the future regarding art and mental health. Again, I'm only speaking from my experiences and my observations, so don't attack me if you feel otherwise. Let's continue this discussion in the comments below. What are some of your experiences with social media, and do you think you'd be better without it? And here's a close-up of the final piece. Cute, ain't it? I know. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye!